Good morning, everybody. Just a quick visual and sound check. Can you hear me, guys, properly? Is everything all right? Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Nicole. So, price action. You see my chart, and I just we had a contract rollover. Yeah, nice. Okay, and is the music is okay? Not that loud. Is all right. So, I think the gold, the Nasdaq, the SP 500, the crude oil, even the font and the euro only be set up today. No clean C2 on the daily time frame. The only problem is that actually we had like the Nasdaq and the SP 500 is not in sync. So even on Nasdaq we had a C2 closure. I wouldn't say it's a setup because SP 500 wants to go higher and Nasdaq's gonna actually follow it, as you can see here as well. The daily anticipation was bearish, and actually the daily anticipation of the SP 500 is bullish, so it's actually not ideal. The price is not in sync, so probably C2 1 hour continuation can be good long on indices. Gold, I want to see the gold, it's just ranging, but I want to see the gold going back to the 1 hour fair value gap and then going lower. The daily time frame is neutral. The H1 was bearish. Now if it closes above these two down close candles, it's gonna be bullish, but as you can see, again, down move consolidation, so we need a manipulation out of the range and then continuation, so not ideal. And here I'm gonna have the font and the euro at the same chart. So euro, sadly it's inside candle what we had. Hey, good morning, Injustice. What we had on the daily, so I don't really like when we have a daily inside candle. But if the price, and we anticipate higher move, right? If the price wants to go higher, then it should happen from this POI, and literally it happened. So actually it can be a good setup to long higher prices. I would like to see a retrace, a C2 forming, so maybe probably the next 2 hours we can have a long and then longing euro. Exactly the same setup. That was a good long opportunity already here from the 1 hour fair value gap, and we could target the pre-daily high. So, but this was a C3, right? And we had the ideal shallow wick, and that was a good long on font, but I wasn't there, so not my cup of tea. Why is it showing? Just a moment. Bring to the front, bring to the front, and I would like to send this in just a moment. This visual order, send it back. Okay, yeah. So I would like to see crude oil to take out the pre-daily low. Has actually a bullish, so the daily anticipation is bearish, and because the price on the daily time frame took out what let me put this away. I don't know why we see this here. Yeah, so what happened, we took out external and there is a fair value gap which is internal. So if the price went higher and closed back to the range, I want to see this as a closure, bearish closure. And if the price wants to continue its bearish move, should happen here, not a fractal, it's just a continuation model, should happen here. And we had actually a bearish closure here. As you can see, the price closed below, so it's 1 hour time frame turn to be bearish, I want to see a strong move to the pre-daily low, because what happened here, we had a C2, the C3 actually expanded, close below the range. I want to see open high low close. I don't want to see the price to coming back between this fair value gap, because there is nothing here that can reject the price higher. So I wanted to see open high low close on the 5 minutes time frame from this 1 hour POI, and I want to see this swing low to hold, because the price went through, the price already open, went higher, retested this area, right? Retested this area. You see, this is a resistance, that was a resistance support area. So I don't want to see the price to sweep this high, I just want to see a melting down to the pre-daily low. Okay, what's your plan, guys? What's your daily anticipation? What are you looking for today? Hey Aaron, what's up? What's up? So again, nothing right now, I'm just waiting. Nice, Aaron. Congratulations. I'm not trading London session, so I just opened the chart now. So I only trade New York AM session, brother. I mean, all of the time, all the instruments, Nicole actually has no a proper A setup, so it's just only a B setup. So that's good. Yes, CL has already the C4. Yeah. But yeah, Aaron, congratulations that you passed your account. If you want to share your experience with the people in the chat, how long did it take to pass the account? What's the name of the prop firm? What was the goal? You know, something like that. We're more than happy to listen to, brother. And don't forget, guys, to like the stream if you feel there is a value you can take out, and don't forget to comment as well. All those things actually are helping to grow the channel, and then maybe more people can be better trader. Or I see 3 trades has a live as again. Is he streaming every day? That's nice. Yeah. Let me read the chat, Aaron. The Fivers is the names, two-step accounts. Yeah, 8%, that's too much, I guess. I don't know why they push you guys to have 2 steps. Like, what you have to prove that much? Like, come on, guys, like 2 steps. Took you 4 months. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. So that's a really good idea. I remember we had a conversation like 1.5 weeks ago. Actually, I think you were talking about this in the live when when I asked, like, you know, what's the risk you have to and stuff like that. But it's nice. That's really nice. How much you had to pay for the 5K account? And then did they charge you monthly? For USD for 5K account? Okay. One time. Okay, that's not bad. Let me. Yeah, but this is not a futures. Not, they don't use the CME data. They use the brokerage data. Okay. But brother, that's huge. Congrats. Yeah. Here we go. I wanna see the price going lower. Oh yeah, you're from Turkey. I remember. Sorry, brother. Probably we won't have any entry, but that's why it's nice to have rules. Because now we had the expansion away from this fair value gap, from this down move. So probably we're gonna have a retrace, and then we're gonna have expansion again around the pre-daily high. But that's gonna be at least like 2 hours, I guess. God looks, bro, really bad. That was a range bond and took out the range high, closed back, make the bearish OB. So you could short from here. That was a C2, right? You could short the C3 and you instantly would be F word, right? So bad. And then the price is like, all right, I didn't take that much stop loss, guys. I'm gonna make another C2 here from this OB, from this fair value gap. You enter here and finally you make some money to take out this low. And now it was shorting from the C4. They got cooked as well. I will BRB. What does it mean, BRB? Yeah, I'll be right back. I see. Thank you. Yeah, you know, people. So Nasdaq as well. For me, I'm telling why I didn't have any thing on indices. Okay, so the daily time frame is in a bearish order flow. Okay, and the price has currently formed a C2 bearish daily closure yesterday. Okay, and I was looking for a short. And then I usually check SP 500 as well. Okay, what we have here, the price has never formed what? Has never formed a C2 here, right? And it's not a C2, brother, because the body is out. So, and that's a fair value gap here, and Nasdaq tag in the fair value gap and close back to the range. So we had a daily SMT. And I was like, you know what? These indices are not in sync. So I won't trade indices today. Even if I would able to, find. The bullish C2 would be, you have a wick. That's your one candle. And there is another candle. And that would be a bullish C2. Sweep the low, close back to the range. So when the body is not aligned, I usually don't like to touch it. And then of course, why should I go for the 4 hour and M15? I don't like to change time frames. And I mentioned why. Exactly, that's why I don't like CFD charts. It's a bit different. But anyway, what we learned from the fractal model is the most important thing. If we have a bearish candle and the next candle closes above the previous bearish candle, okay, we want to see that the price don't go lower than the 50% of the range, right? So if you see this candle, that was your range high, that was your range low, and you have the 50% here. So ideally, you want to see what? A power of 3, like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That's not because of ICT. The power of 3, Larry Williams used power of 3 as well. So we want to see what? We want to see a manipulation back to the... But this is if we understand the price action. When you have a fractal, let's say you have a structure, right? You don't want to see this lower than the 50%, right? Because that's too deep retrace, okay? Usually one around the 50%. That's why he uses the 50% off and the closure, because ideally you want to see that's a T-spot, right? You want to see an open, low, high, close candle, and ideally you want to see the swing formation on the lower time frame, which is this is the swing formation around the 50% if the candle wants to expand higher, right? So if you wanna follow the trend into this fair value gap, you could enter long from the daily POI after the 1 hour changing state of delivery, because that's my time frame, okay? We had here a 1 hour changing state of delivery, okay? But we didn't have any fractal. I would be more happy if I see something like this, right? So, and then I enter here and target higher prices. But I didn't have, so I wouldn't do. I hope you understand what I was talking about, brother. And you see here, we have this closure, okay? But when you have price like this closing above this range, that's really mega bullish, okay? And there was a down move, up move, down move. The order flow changed to be bullish, so it's bullish, 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 okay? You took the short on gold now. I mean, you tell me why. I want to see lower prices here. Okay, you play the C2. Okay. That's not part of my strategy. So if that is part of your strategy, then that's good. I don't trade C2. Has lower hit rate. I back tested. I would be much happier to short tomorrow from this area to lower. I'm not in a rush. So, but probably if you short, because the daily fair value gap, and the daily fair value gap has to have what? A 1 hour changing state of delivery, right? That's a fractal. Did you have a 1 hour changing state of delivery? Let me check. Okay, so you had a changing state of delivery here. So if it's a part of your strategy, that's awesome, brother. I usually not trading that one, so it's not a part of my strategy. So right now everything is bearish, on the neutral, the daily candle is neutral, the 1 hour time frame is bearish. So if you want to scalp, you can wait for the C2 here and target this low resistance liquidity. We have 6 more minutes, so we can enter, but that's scalp, that's not my proper entry. And if I take something like this, I usually take with the half B setup. Yeah, I know you shorted before, I got a point, but as I mentioned, that's not part of my strategy, like a main strategy. And if I have a B setup, I would like to have a short scalp, so I would use a 1 hour range. What's my 1 hour range? This is a range high, this is a range low. I want to see a manipulation back to the here and then going lower to target what? This low. Why? Because that was a range high, took out the range high, so I anticipate lower prices, this low resistance liquidity to be taken because price goes for opposite liquidity. But that's actually my B setup, and I only scalp, you know, when there is no A setup. So which indicator? I don't like the crude oil is coming back like that. I wanted to see lower prices. Agree with this, but it's still bearish. But I don't like this coming back this area. Yeah, because the price already came back this area, so it's not ideal. Yeah, but I want to see this break even hit and pre-daily low. Oh, that's a free indicator. It's called ICT, higher time frames candles by Fedi. Let me check. Let me put in the chat. No, I don't use TTF. I don't need an indicator because if I don't want to be lazy, so I try to use the things like, you know. No, it doesn't show you, brother. This one doesn't show, but I don't know. The three trades. I mean, like I can draw it, so I don't really use those things. So probably B setup we can have, but we have no closure. I mean, brother, if you have $50, pay for it. I don't understand why people are so lazy. Like, you wanna trade only when you're front of your laptop. You don't wanna trade from your phone. That's not real. That like trading doesn't look like you sitting on the beach and trading like that. Nah. Trading looks like you trading properly. You sit down in front of the laptop, you have monitors, and you have your trading plan. You have, if the price does this, you enter. If not, you don't. And when you sit in front of your laptop, you anyway set an alert, you know, on the in the trading view. Yeah, bro. I mean, like, if it people has, that's perfect for me. Like, I don't. I mean, yeah, I understand, but not my cup of tea. If I can be honest. We have a lot of failure swings. Looks juicy. We're back to the range low. No. So when you have to pass, um, the consistency rule through the challenge, the My Founded Futures has this 50% rule. And let me read you. When you fund it, there is no such a things like that. I just opened their website now. Okay, so the rapid plan now, flex plan 50k is $107. Trading rules 50% consistency rule when you have an evaluation phase, and when you fund it, there is no consistency rule. You have a scaling rule. You cannot always 10 minis, right? Yeah. All right, now we had a C2 on the gold, but we don't have, probably gonna have a ICSD, which is a lower probability. So we have this value gap here. This is a M5. Okay. And this is your week. So you wanna see the price to somewhere manipulate inside this area. Okay, and then probably we're gonna have something like something like this, guys. All right, I see more people watching the stream right now, which is amazing. I'm happy to see you guys here. If you have any question, just drop in the chat. We are more than happy to help you. I think the people in the chat really helpful too. And don't forget to like the video. Yeah, I see some people here. I have only one like on the stream, guys. Come on. We at least watching right now 7 people. And do me a favor and just like the stream, please, and thank you. Yeah, you see, this is not ideal. So I think that's not valid anymore. What's the name? The crude oil. Sadly. So let me see the gold here. You see, because the price now make a bullish OB on the M5, and you see this week on the 1 hour time frame, that's really cruel. So I wanted to see the price to going lower to take out this pre-daily low and looking for some entry, but didn't happen. So maybe the 10 o'clock candle is gonna sweep this into this fair value gap, this 1 hour fair value gap, and maybe I can short from there. So I'm gonna have a new C2. But this one is not ideal. I wanted to see the down move straight to the pre-daily low. Nights they playing games, so probably we're gonna have a something like this. Let me C3 and C4. Yeah, so that means maybe 11 o'clock we're gonna have an entry to short crude oil to back to pre-daily low. That's my main thing. And yeah, so this one, it's really tricky because even the price, it's a ICSD, went into the fair value gap and closing, I would put my stop loss here and target this low. And this is a B setup, so max with one, even with one micro is $200. So yeah, not ideal to take this, I guess. Maybe I'm gonna wait for another change in state of delivery and then short the price. Yeah. Who's gonna take this gold short? Oh, by the way, Nicole, yesterday the B setup went out loss. I checked in the morning. Thank God I closed in minimal profit, right? Yeah. So, but it should be something like then, right? It should be protected because it went higher. But honestly, I don't trust this move. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it took ages. Nothing on there, only gold. Yeah, sure. If the price wants to go higher to take out this low, be bullish. And this is two big candles, so we can have expansion. We can have another bullish candle. Open low, high, close. Let me see here. H1 POI. This is a M5 continuation model. Back to the high. Yeah, we want to see the price coming back to this range and make a new changing state of delivery and going higher, right? That's a 10:05. That's a 10 o'clock. That was a manipulation. 11 o'clock. What is this? Why? Brother, why? Put this on. So this is the range. Is it closed already? Yeah. And where did you put your stop loss? You put above the 23 here. Because if you entered like that, I mean, that should be like a $200, right? Or you put here like this. This is, yeah, I mean, like if you, yeah, because you entered here. Yeah, let me see how it's gonna happen. You need a break even. Yeah, that's your break even level, and that's your 2R, the final TP. Yeah. So what was talking about? Yeah, so Nasdaq, nah, SP 500. You want to see a closure above this level to going higher. Let me see here. We close above this pre-daily highs, similar price action. We can anticipate retrace. And this one here. Here, here. On the M5, you need these here, you need here. Okay, I'm gonna see a closure above this level, and then you can show a long. Well, I see gold is going back. I don't like it. Hopefully it's gonna, I mean, like, I don't want to say that it's gonna take out the equal highs and then going lower, because that's gonna take you out, and that's not ideal, right? Yeah, it probably took you out. Yeah. I don't like this PA. Nah. What this crude oil did? So now we wanna see what? We wanna see higher prices on Nasdaq and on SP 500 as well. We wanna see lower prices. So this was a loss. And you wanna see higher prices. Now you took out the fair value gap, and then if the price gonna close below, that would be a crude, because that would be a really good short opportunity. And you know what, I think this is a protected high because that was an up move, okay, and it's closed below, so this is a protected, I think. And then I want to see the price going lower. So what we want to see now, ideally we want to see a closure below, oh shit, below this. And if I'm gonna see that, I'm gonna take the short. Let me open my chart. Here we go. Okay, so now you see my chart. Let's go, gold. Give us something. Let me see. That one is nah. That one is nah. I mean, actually, I'm gonna close font and euro. I'm not interested. I'm gonna close crude oil. I'm not interested. Remind me in an hour, please, so we can check. Now, maybe the price gonna give us a closure. I don't need this information. I can use it because it can act as a resistance. Alright, chat. What's popping, guys? Who's gonna short from the inverse fair value gap here? SP 500. Not me. Nah, yeah. Exactly, Dasha wants to short from the inverse fair value gap on SP 500 because we had a on the M. She uses M3, but she has no closure yet because that's actually M5 range. Alright, go give us an entry. Oh yeah. It's bullish, but it can give a retrace, and that's what she's playing, I guess. Which is not my entry model, so I won't enter anyway. Is Tori trades? Does she trade online, live sometimes, or is just hindsight? Wow, how many people actually streaming? Oh yeah, ICT is streaming. Oh, let me listen to ICT. I want to listen. You know, is it okay, guys? First presented fair value gap. Yeah.
10-15 minutes to draw a line because she hasn't used the area yet. And you're still choosing whatever she wants to form. If I talk softly, maybe she'll forget I'm out here. Let's just play it by ear.
She uses NASDAQ, was presented.
Okay, so if you look at what it just did,
I have no idea why he's whispering.
in the upper half of the first pair bag gap. It had a small little gap in here between that wick and that wick. And it opened, traded up, went right inside of that.
Oh man.
Whenever you see something like this, what is it actually doing that you do need to be mindful of? Number one, it's coloring outside the lines of that first pair bag gap.
All right, guys.
Okay.
No.
So this
No, sorry guys. I used to listen to him a lot, but nah. He's laughing and talking like, okay, we had a closure. Paper account, boom. Boom, and 2R, okay? Let me take with my challenge account. Where is my challenge account? With 1 mini. Nah, just kidding. But probably it's gonna go lower to take out this low. Alright, hopefully gold's gonna have a closure. You got a short-term high. If we're gonna have another closure here, then we can say we had a head and shoulders, right? Up move, head and shoulders, and we're going lower. Yeah, it's not part of my strategy. I know. Let's go gold, give us something. No. I'm gonna take this short. It's a B setup with one micro and like $100 risk. 104 to make $455. Because now it's in a range high. So there is like a range, you see? Every time. So what's the range? This is the range here. Let me have a premium discount. So this is the range. And if I have another one from here, so every time in my dreams, no, I'm kidding, that's a music. So you see how many times you could short from this area? Just an extra confirmation. And I would like to see a closure and then a quick move. And probably the 2.5, 1.5, where is one? That's somewhere here, yeah. And 2R, exactly here, at this though. Alright, but still, you know, your favorite strategy is still working on nickel. All right, stop it. Okay, I won't trash. Um, yeah, hello. So I saw a new video of her that she's proving that that wasn't a paper account or something like that, and I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, and she has like a $500,000 account, and she doesn't care if like minus 250 or yeah, and then 1205 or something, and then telling like she made a really good money. Oh, come on, gold. No closure. Let me grab a glass of water, guys. Just a moment. All right, I'm back. Come on, gold. Give us something. Let me see Nasdaq. Nothing. Down close candles. SP 500. Okay, this is SP 500. You see, it took out this low. And then this is a pre-daily high, which can act as a Why I don't need this. All right, who wants to trade something today? What's your trading plan, guys? What you looking for? I know Nico's plan. I know Inzextis. Are you here? Are you looking for what? Finally, look at this. Unbelievable. Nah. So if I have a closure, then I can just enter of the retest or a bit lower. All right. You risked $100, right? Yeah, that's okay. I mean, for me, the $200 is a max loss I want to have in one day, and I close my account. Yeah, nah. 100% is not ideal. I don't know, sometimes the curtain is just moving like crazy. I move in an old apartment, you know, the Airbnb. Maybe some ghost I have. No, I'm just kidding, but no, like really good. All right. I'm in the trade, as you can see. 14.5 was my entry. I wanna see a quick move. Dun 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 dun. 14.5. Here we go. I'm risking $120 to make something like this. So that means the 1.5. Yeah. This is a 50% of the range. Yeah, so I want to see, I don't want to see the price coming back anymore here because it went low and it tested. I want to see this one to, yeah, hold. And I think I'm going to lower my number here, 110, which is 25.5. Limit, and my buy limit is 92.5. 92.5. Okay, here, and that's it. I think you see everything on my chart now. Yeah, so I'm risking literally $90 only. No, $110. Okay, now it's retested the OB. So usually I don't like to take B setups because the most of the times that's actually pushing my hit rate lower. But since today I have only B setups, all the instruments, I have a low probability B setup to trade lower. And hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have A setups as well. But I'm not really worried about, because last week we had a bunch of A setups and that was like a 10-hour win week. And this week I had one loss yesterday and one break even. And now I have another trade and we will see, you know, is it gonna be a win or bad. Yeah, no loss. I had no loss at all last week. And I think that's why, because I only took A setups. And I'm gonna, after today, I wanna forward test this one, but I'm just gonna go with the B setups. Nice. That's a good money. Congratulations, Nicole. All right, gold, you should tank now. That's a C3. We have a short-term high here. So this is actually a let me put in red. and only M5. I want to see this here. Okay, this one too, and this one too. So this one should be a protected high of the C3. That was C1. C2 and C3. Yeah, 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 but it's much more like risking 250 $300, and if you risk 250 you make 500 multiply, so it's like 250 you risking, and you make a 10 hour the week is 2500 with one account. So you wanna, you know. And then when we have a B setup, just $100, 110, based on the um, based on the things you can have. So now we left the area. I don't really want to see the price coming back anymore towards this. I want to see a closure now. Probably we're gonna have, because you see there is actually 50% of this week here. Okay, let me try again. Probably that's gonna see push the price back, the OB, and now I want to see this 50% because the price closed below to support the price to going lower, because price went down, the 50% of the week rejected. There is a OB that rejected, pushed through the 50%, so this structure should fail, or to be failed, and I want to see a closure below this. And if I have a closure below this, I want to see the price moving aggressively towards my TP. Okay, I just wanna see Nasdaq and SP 500 ranging. Okay. Yeah, just want to see a closure. I want to see a harsh move to the downside. If not, then not ideal. But this whole setup is a B setup, so no big expectation. It can range bound more longer than, you know. Here we go. I want to see the price coming aggressively into this level. We have a failure swing here, you see. Let me try to show you. This is a failure swing of the 50% of the, so this is like a structure, went back and went higher. So I want to see the price to take this in the next 5 minutes. And in 10 minutes, I want to see these failure swings to be failed as well. Let me draw the 50% so you can see this is a 50% of that week. Maybe I should have a double line, yeah. Then I want to see the 50% of this. And then I want to see the 50% of this. So that case, I can show you how many failure swings I have. And oh shit, now and here as well I want to see the 50% of, yeah, here. So in that case, I can annotate the lows as well. Do you see how many liquidation or liquidity we have towards these lows? A lot. More than the upside. So, and we have no fair value gap, nothing on the 1 hour, and the 4 hour actually is a indecisive, so we cannot say it's a long or a short based on the 4 hour. And we have this gap on the daily because we gap up, right? So we closed here, we gap up, so went higher and now went lower, so now the price is ranging. We want to see a closure below this level. There is nothing higher, so if the price, so like maybe we have a fair value gap there around the 50%, right here, but I don't see the either why the price should come back this level, right, before it wants to go lower. So if the price comes back this level, probably I'm gonna close my trade, but I don't really think it will. Shouldn't. I think this is just a manipulation part. I want to see a harsh move now to lower. Yeah, something like this. Is anybody shorting gold? Just only Nicole and I? Yeah, Nicole and I. Is it St. Patrick's Day today? I didn't know that. Hmm. Wow. Oh, can you hear me now? Is it St. Patrick's Day now? Ah, okay, okay. I just put a poll in the chat. Oh, God. Really? Tell me why. Anyway, I have my SL at a protected high. If it's gonna go against me, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. This is my only short today, and I don't really feel like I wanna short anything else or play anything else. Probably SP500 goes lower to take this liquidity similar with yeah, you see, until this level. I wanna see come back before it goes higher. Yeah, sometimes I think the OBS stops streaming or something. I don't know. Strange. And then I don't like why when the chat turns to be automatically like top, you know, chat and not live chat. So sometimes I miss some comments, guys. So if you ask me something and I just miss your question, just you know, ask again, because probably, yeah, high resistance liquidity. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, Nasdaq is SP500 is tanking. You see, Nasdaq. Yeah. Come on, gold. Go lower. Has anybody been Brazil? Hey, what's up, Only Omari? Nice to have you here, brother. I was thinking to go to Brazil. Dude, I see pictures, absolutely amazing, but I need a visa if I stay more than 90 days, and it's impossible to have a visa because they support actually local workers. So I don't know. Yeah, damn, so good. I just check some pictures on my phone now. My friend sent me. And it's absolutely amazing. Oh yeah. The problem is that I need a visa if I want to stay more than 90 days, and I don't know how I can rent an apartment there if I, you know, now working there. And I'm not sure how frequently they speak English there, like, you know. Yeah, I know that it's not about that, but it's much more like, if I want to stay more than, that's okay. Neither I. No, just kidding. But, um, yeah, so, yeah, go, come, go lower. I see on the side monitor right now. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But if I go there, I want to stay more than 90 days there, right? Or maybe I should just go to stay there 90 days. I don't know. Yeah, me too. But it looks amazing, you know. But that's why I would like to move to Spain as well. And now I started to figure out how I can move there. It looks amazing. It's quiet, you know. It has vibe as well, Tenerife. Was hard, like, why was it hard? Let me see gold. Oh man, just die, gold. Just die. Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem. And they don't give you apartment if you don't have a contract. Similar to Spain. It's difficult. Yeah. Probably I'm gonna close my short on gold. I don't like this crypto price action around this area. Now I'm happy to see the rejection. We have a C2 rejection from the M5 OB, so probably we're gonna have expansion lower now, at least towards this low, which can be good because that one can be actually you know, the same analogy. So yeah, but I don't wanna go to university now. I was thinking to have another major finance or something. But right now, I just like I'm not sure if I will be able to work with the companies, you know, hedge fund companies. Let me drink some water. Yeah. So I just see now it's raining. The weather here is not. Yeah. It's drizzling actually. It's like I wanted to walk after the stream to have some fresh air. So yeah, I was thinking to cut the trade because I don't like this tiptoe. Where is my god? You see? What is this price action? It should be expansion, right? So yeah. Yeah, weather is like really bad. You see this price action is ranging as well. Maybe the god is waiting for the Nasdaq and SP 500. But this price action is not ideal. So when I trade, I like to see expansion, like something like here, back, and then a quick move, yeah? Like expansion inside the C3. Now we have consolidation almost, and then I don't want to have a sweep and then going lower, right? Yeah. I don't know what guys do you think about the price action, but it doesn't look ideal. At least is a protected area, should be at least. Well, let me see crude oil. I wouldn't say bad, but it's not ideal, and I'm not sure if I wanna. Oh wow, here we go. I'm not sure if I wanna. Okay, we have. Oh, maybe we're gonna have a C2 finally. That's what I was waiting for. You remember? And then I can short into these lows. I have 15 more minutes. That's nice. Okay. I'm just gonna start to annotate the 5 minutes chart. Okay, okay, we had a closure and 5. Let me use the same approach here. No, don't take out the pre-daily low, boy. Oh boy. Yes, leave equal lows, retrace higher, make a manipulation and going lower. Please and thank you. Good. Make another C2. Another C2 is invalid. Maybe it's gonna just trade into this fair value gap. The 50%. This is a 50%. Yeah. Let me see the 50% of this range. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go, the 50% of this range. Hopefully it's gonna give us something like this. And then going lower, right? Good. Okay. It's gonna be probably a loss. But it was a valid C3 continuation. So, but after this sweep, yeah, that was an up move. See the OT. Yeah, retrace back to the OT, but It was a B setup, so it's okay. Or it's gonna tank right now. Let me see the crude oil. Yeah. I have a feeling crude oil is gonna just tank actually. Sadly. But the pre-daily low, it looks so juicy. Hey, boy. Let me see SP, yeah. So probably the gold goes higher because of the Nasdaq and the SP 500, guys. Come on, crude oil, just close below and then go lower. Or, yeah, gap down. Wow, look at this. Crude oil, gap down. That was a open, that was a close. So we want to see the price coming back here and going lower. Let me see. On the 1 minute time frame. So literally close below the 50%. Okay. Let's go on the 1 minute time frame. So we want to see no closure here because that's a gap and we want to see a harsh move to this low now. Let's go, baby. Okay, gold is just gold. But anyway, I want to see this one. I don't want to see the price to close the gap. Just want to weak it and going lower. Oh, damn. Gap up. Wow. I want to see this gap to push the price lower now. What about gold? Let's go, gold. You should die. Yeah. Come on, look this SP 500. Does it look like we're gonna go higher? No, really. And this one as well doesn't look it wants to go higher. Right? Yeah. It didn't close above the 50% of this OB. You see? I don't think so it wants to go higher. It's just retracing and now it's gonna tank. Maybe the gold's gonna tank as well. And the crude oil as well. You see this gap? Push the price lower. And actually couldn't close above this gap as well. So ideally I want to see a quick move. Why? Because we left these here. Let me see Nasdaq. Yeah, now it's time to tank, brother. Now it's okay. It's 11-ish. That's okay. What happened? Went higher and couldn't close. Couldn't close. I'm gonna check the gold soon. And it couldn't close back to the range, okay? And we have a fair value gap there. Almost there. Yeah. Okay, crude oil, it's time to... That's what I'm talking about. Did you see this move? The gap was pushing. So this is my failure swings into this external liquidity. So I want to see this going lower now. And yeah, thank you, gold. Thank you, thank you. I want to see a V-shaped reaction from the 50% of the OB. Yeah. . Let's go, die gold. Oh, because it's nice to read. I like to just on even tape read. Now we have only two, so we have an equal lows, and we have more upside, but I want to see a quick move down. Yeah, me too. I want a lot of things, but sometimes, you know, not happening, girl. Yeah, anyway, I stopped looking Brazilian pictures on my phone. Oh, you see, crude oil? Thank you so much. Amazing tape reading. Now I can delete everything because I'm not interested. Let me go to the next 1 hour candle because probably there's gonna be a C2. Do not give us any entry. Gold. Come on, gold. You should die. Yeah. Let's go, Nasdaq. Let's go, SP 500. Damn. I want to see a closure below this level. But the problem is that respecting the H1 POI to going higher. So the gold, look at this many. Let me put this one on the left side, on the right side. How many failure swings we have? At least that was a good V-shaped reaction, right? So that means this box hold the price to go lower. This, I don't need this fair value gap. Only thing I care about is this OB. Why do I have that one there? Now I want to see a strong move at least here. But the problem, no, not problem, but if the price is gonna have a move, look at this, how many failure swings we have. It should be a really quick move until at least here. You see, like so many of them we have. Yeah. Yeah. We have 4 more minutes to have a new OB. I want to see a OB here. Oh. Let's go, gold. It's time to die. Yeah, this week price action is more difficult than last week, I guess. More nuances you have to know, and more liquidity pocket hands we have, sadly. Yeah, but now it seems like this one wants to go lower as well. But if you remember last week as well, the first, so what happened? Friday we had a huge down move. Monday and Tuesday was the first setup. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Tuesday was the first setup. We have no, yeah, there. So the Friday closed here. Monday we had the sweep of this. Oh, let me check. How was the price action? Went lower. There was a, then we anticipate consolidation, right? So what we were anticipating. Yeah, exactly. Mostly the gold actually acts like that. So that was a Friday move. Monday we had a range move. Then we had a C2 Tuesday. And then Wednesday we had one trade, and that was a C2. And then Thursday was a C3, and Friday was, I guess, a C4. So that's why we had many setups. So we could short 2 times and long 1 time. So maybe short 3 times. I don't remember exactly. Crude oil? Yeah, you see? That's why I was worried about that. It's gonna be a lame price action and leave C2. Even if I want to see lower prices. Because so many liquidation was here, this because these lows. I wanted to see a solid closure and then up and lower to this. Shouldn't come back this area. So, but this is not ideal to short because we took the liquidity buy side and sell side. So why you cannot just close here? God, come on, God, just close below, please, and move on. We don't want to spend the whole noon and afternoon with this garbage price action. Yeah, he both dump it. So I want to see this low resistance to be taken. So anyway, yeah, that's why last week we had, and now this week what happened? We had again, we anticipate a range move, right? Why? Because on the daily, not the SP, the Nasdaq on the daily, you can see what happened. Took out, so that's a range high and that's a range low, right? So we took out the range low, we retraced back, and now we couldn't take out these, so we retrace back to the 50% of this week, and now we anticipating what? So buyers stepped in here. What a surprise if you measure this, and you see this. Okay, this is like I'm always talking about, like this area. So I want, when I see something like that, buyer stepped in, buyer stepped in, buyer stepped in, and this is actually swept this all liquidity. So there should be like a high resistance liquidity run, right? So we anticipate higher prices, but the price went higher. They even couldn't take out this high, which was actually which actually protected, right? That's why I couldn't, because they wanted to collect more discount before they let the price going higher. That means they bought more shorts, put call options before it goes higher. That's why they let the price going again lower to buy call options from this area. And now we have these what, low resistance liquidity around, right? And this one is a high resistance, so we want to see always high to the low resistance liquidity, and we want to put our stop loss where? At the bottom of the low resistance, a high resistance liquidity round, right? Because that should be protected, like this was protected, right? Why? Because took out this and then close back to the range. This one couldn't close back, couldn't take out this, and this one couldn't take out, so that's why we call them failure swings. Okay, let me see. That's just a manipulation because the new 4-hour candle opened, so we don't want to see higher the price than this here. If it's gonna close above this level, then I think it's gonna go higher, but right now I'm not worried about. I want to see this hold, this 50%. If it's gonna go and take out this, then I'm done. So yeah, that was the daily annotation. Let me see 1 hour crude oil. You see C2. I told you it's gonna have a C2 now. So sadly I cannot short because took the liquidity, so we anticipate internal liquidity, so external to internal. So we anticipate the internal liquidity we're gonna be taken from this 1 hour candle. So what internal liquidity we have on the M5? Let me see. We have this one. And we have this one. So probably that's the only liquidity we have. Shouldn't go that high. So ideally we wanna see take this new low, retest and going lower, but that's not a fractal again, so it's okay. All right, God, we don't need you to close higher, so just go lower. I don't like this V-shaped reaction again from this area. Probably is gonna take us out, but it's okay, it's part of the game. What we have here, we have a bearish closure. so the price should go lower. Nasdaq is going lower, or SP500 going lower. I think Nasdaq is going higher, no? No, Nasdaq as well going lower. So I want to see lower prices on gold. It's okay if it doesn't close above the 50%. Yeah, let me have a glass of water. Just a moment. So I'm gonna switch off the, you see, yeah, but you can still hear me, but I'm gonna switch off the. All right, I'm back. Switch off the camera. Yeah, honestly, I would just close the trade because this is not I really wanted to see close above the 50%. So I think I'm gonna close it. Yeah, because first of all, I wanted to see expansion inside the C3, right? It didn't happen. So now the price couldn't, when it closed, retrace at the open straight. And this is much more like a range. That's why I was telling you it's a range bound move. I didn't want to see. And if the price wants to go lower, I should take out the range high and then going lower. And my stop loss was here. So I just closed and saved my profit because it doesn't make any sense to lose money on this trade because this is not C3, this is already C4. And yeah, this is not ideal for me. This is not what I'm looking for when I'm trading. So it's not ideal. So I actually closed and I lost $40, which is okay. If it's gonna go, you know, that direction, I'm more than happy to see. But not really my cup of tea. Let me see the range I wanna. So you see this? This should be the range. The M15 range. Already higher than this, so the C4 is not ideal as well. So that's why I just close it. Probably it goes higher because the Nasdaq goes lower. But the SP500 is better. Crude oil, yeah. Retrace back, left this and have a C2 here. No bueno. This is a range now. So the C3, so literally the C3 was ranging, which is not ideal. It's not expansion. If it's gonna expand now, that's good. And if you hold the trade and you have win, that's awesome because you deserve it, guys. I just feel like I don't wanna hold this trade anymore. Okay, that's why I closed my trade. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I hope it's gonna reject, guys, and you're gonna have a profit. You deserve it because you've been holding this trade since ages, right? Nasdaq is going lower now. And SP 500 as well. Let me see if we have a closure below this level. Oh, sorry, let me see. Yeah, but it's not ideal for me. Yeah, exactly. So it's like bearish, but it's a B setup. So I want to see Nasdaq lower this area. Because it opened and higher, and this one is rejected. This low, rejected. I don't need this POI anymore. This one as well, I don't need. This low, when higher, close, when higher, and these lows are rejected. So that's actually a pre-daily low. So I want to see this low to be taken, 996. Yeah. If the gold goes higher, that means Nasdaq goes lower because it's inverted. I'm just gonna looking for some live streams to laugh a bit. Okay, let me see. You see this 50% of this week again. I want to see the price to tap into this 50% 11. verbiage, and then it can go higher. Yeah, that means gold is going lower now. Yeah. Actually, I want to see the low. Which is, I think this is the low, yeah. This low. Because that's a failure swing towards this 50% and this external. Yeah, so this one is the final, like I would say, target. Price to going lower. Let's go gold. Dude, this PA, it's hilarious. Respected the 50% of these and closed back again. Okay, hopefully this one gonna push the price lower. Something like this. Let me annotate. That's a 50% here. Maybe like that one. Yellow. That was a 50% here. That's actually now push the price a bit higher back to the internet, external to internal. So left a failure swing here. So I want to see a harsh move until here. If I have a closure below this level, then we can target this. We can target this level. Yeah. Yeah. Crude oil is okay. Let me clean the chart a bit because too many of the things I have. I don't need this. I don't need this. That was actually a protected high, you know, on the gold C3. Yeah, SP 500 left here as well. Equal lows, failure swings. So I want to see SP 500 to come back this OB. From this OB. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. You see, gold is now really ideal. Come on, Nasdaq. Come on, SP 500. Go lower. That was the range. You close out of the range. You have a bearish OB. You should hold. We have a fair value gap. Push the price lower into this fair value gap. Take the sell side liquidity first, and then you can go higher. Why? Because it's a bear flag. We want to see lower prices first. Let's go, Nasdaq. Kill it, Nasdaq. Kill it. Tank. Die, baby, die. Let's go. Give us a Picasso. The only problem is that Nasdaq and SP 500 leading the gold right now. So probably gold's gonna they're gonna take these liquidities. So I'm not really positive to short gold right now. If I have this, there's another thing what Tory Trades uses. Where is it? Oh, I see, I found it. Okay, you see the bear flag? Can I see the middle of it? No? Yeah. So I want to see the price going lower to take this liquidity before it goes higher. Oh yeah, gold, I took it. I mean, like, it's still valid on paper, but it's not my cup of tea, so it's so brutal, exactly. Even Nasdaq is like, come on, Nasdaq, just come back here to take out this. Like, do what the price action is telling you to have to do. Exactly. And Nicola, yeah, she has a really strong mental level. Here we go. I'm a magician. Call me a legend. Look at this. Did I tell you? Did I tell you? It did. Woo! Damn, this price action is sucking my life energy. Having a headache, so difficult to read it. We have exactly the same channel here. So what I really think, Nasdaq and gold, they move similar. But I feel like it's a headache. So difficult to read the price action right now. You see, that was a support. Hey, Tory Trades, you see me? Are you proud of me? I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Yeah, I don't need this one. Too many informations. Nah, I mean, you see this, Nicole? This is a short until at least here. No, this is a gold, Nicole. Yeah, that's why I wanted to see, to sweep this low, and now it's gonna go higher. Now it's gonna go higher because swap the liquidity. That means this wasn't strong enough, right? You see the 50% was holding So we're gonna reach this zone again, and that means the gold is gonna go lower, something like this. Because let me draw the 50% of this. You see? Da 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 da. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap up this live soon because so guys, I had just to be accountable, I had one I would say that was a loss because I closed, but wouldn't take me out, of course, right? That was my stop loss. I would be still in the trade, but because I closed it, that would be a loss. So I have a $40, $60 loss. Let me check. Just a moment. Yes, so I opened my short 5014.5 and I closed manually 5018.9. So literally that was $50. So I lost $50 because I closed the position because I didn't want it to be part of this chop suey. So literally that was a loss, but I lost like let's say $50 with commission. So nothing big deal. Yesterday I lost $100. So in 2 days I had 2 losses and 1 break even. Let me write it down. Okay, so $150 loss in 2 days. That's why risk management is so important. Now I feel like if I would hold this trade, I would have lower mental capital. And again, today and yesterday, what happened? We had no clear, this. So this is my strategy. Read it, please, and let me know if you have any question, okay? And then after, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream, guys. No question, guys? Have you read it? On my screen now. Exactly. Be careful, okay? Because when you feel you need that 1%, you're gonna rush into the trade. I would say because you hold this trade, okay, a very long time, but now you out because you close manually, right? Close the chart, because I feel like I lost a lot of mental capital just only narrating this time, price action. I entered here, 52 something here, and I closed manually somewhere here, 14. Now I entered 14.5. That was my entry inside the C3, and that was my, I'm just gonna leave it here so you can tell is it gonna be, it would be win or loss, okay? Exactly, like yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I wait. Congratulations, only Omar. That's good. I'm happy to see that. You see the brutal tank is coming now, and if you see, this is just ranging. Here we go. Probably, Nico, you're gonna be out soon, right? Okay. Um, I'm not disagree with you, Nicole, Well, I think that's not true. Like, I mean, like, I know you saw the M15, blah, blah, blah. But based on the strategy, you entered was a H1 and C what? The M5, right? You entered in the C3. Ideally, you want to see expansion, right? Didn't happen. That's actually a range bound move. So right now, that was the range. It can be a manipulation out of the range and then can go higher. So be careful to confirm the M5 entry on the M15, okay? Because like why you confirm with the higher time frame the smaller entry? Usually confirm the higher time frame with the smaller entry. So when you have a C2, right? You confirm that sweep not on the daily, you confirm on the M5, right? So that's why be careful. And here we go. Probably it's gonna hit the levels. That's why I was so like a lot of failure swings we have here. You see? So we wanna see the price to go lower quick, and it happened. So right now you had a C4, okay? So if the price come back, oh shit, the C4 continuation still valid, but it's not ideal and it's B setup. So it's B setup on the daily, B setup on the 1 hour time frame. So it's not ideal. And you see when it's not ideal, the price ranging so long and gives a lot of things. That's your range. So ideally, I want to see a fair value gap here to retrace and then going lower, right? And this is your short-term low. And then this, and then this. So you have a lot of liquidity. It looks juicy, but this C3 wasn't C3 like a real C3. That you don't want to see ideally this consolidation. You see? This is a consolidation. And now you have the breakout. So you want to see a retest. No, yeah. It's not, but I'm happy for your win. I just don't want you to get in the way to reinforce something that's not ideal, okay? I would be in break even as well right now. But the price easily can come back to retest this OB 50% and going lower, and I would be taken out. And then I was sitting from 10 to 12 to be taken out at break even. You know what I mean? So ideally we want to see this candle ranging on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, because we took out these lows. We want to see something like this manipulation at the next 5 minute open and then going lower to take out this one. I think you're just talking because of the hindsight. You saw that trade it's not break even and you feel, oh, it's gonna reach my TP. You closed your position and you close the position on, let me just switch on the light just a moment. Okay, I'm back. So you close the position because, not the fear, because it didn't move the way how you would like to when you have. And right now, if you really think it's gonna go lower, then you can still play the C4, right? Because we still have liquidity lower. So that means ideally you wanna have a new entry, retest of this OB and target lower prices, right? 2R. And literally your 2R will be almost the same like the previous 2R, you see? So you actually didn't lose anything. You know what I mean? I think you just wanna pass the challenge. You feel like you wanna enter, and that's why you trying to a bit forcing on the mental level. because why did you enter? I entered because I don't like this consolidation. Sorry, I quit the trade, and I was explaining if the price gonna do X, Y, Z, I'm gonna be out, and I was out, and I'm fine with that. So right now the price left what? Probably a 5 minutes fair value gap here. So I want to see the price to retrace back to this 5 minutes fair value gap. The most important thing, you have to have always why you do what you do, okay? Did you have a manipulation out? No. So it's so close to this low that it's gonna go and take it out and then gonna go higher. So you see, it's gonna take it out because it's closer to this low than this imbalance. So has to take liquidity to go back and then going lower. Let me see Nasdaq. Here we go. Nasdaq is tanking as well. So that's the next one you want to see to take out. Here we go. You see it took out. And now we want to see this one to take out too. You see? Went lower. Probably now it's going to go back to the fair value gap and then going lower. But probably this is going to be a retrace back to the imbalance, because took out the short-term low, and we're gonna have a new phase of the price action on the 5 minutes candle, because the previous one was on the M1. Okay, congratulations, Nicole. Exactly. So you entered where exactly? I don't remember. You entered here. That was your first entry. You put your stop loss here. Okay, mine will be win as well. So why is it like that? Where is my short? So you entered here. No, you entered here the retest. You put your stop loss there. Okay. So what I really think in the first entry, Nicole, the stop loss was wrong, right? Because that was the order block. This up move was before the down move. This one wasn't the order block, okay? Because even that's why I don't really like to use the one candles. That's why I used to tell you. So I like to use the whole range, because on the lower, you know, when we have a swing in a short-term low, but we don't have here a short-term high. You see? There's no lower high on the both sides. Like here, we have lower high here, lower high here. So that's a short-term high. And this up move was actually the move. So this should be your stop loss. But if you put your stop loss there, you will be only 1.5, you see? And this is 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 1.5, and that will be your 2R. Exactly, that's the problem, the IS, the internal changing state of delivery, right? Because it's like not ideal. Exactly, that's why I like to have a clean, like a normal, like I want to see these and another one and then another one. That's why I entered here. So that was a clean one. So that was my, that case, that was a protected high because we had the up move, right? Exactly. If we have a internal changing state of delivery like here we had, then many times, and that's why people rush to enter, because I think let's say this is a C1, price is, oh, so this is a C1, C2, okay, and this is your OB, and that's what was telling you guys like a couple of live streams ago, like when the price have this strange thing after this internal OB, the price doesn't come back to retest this OB, okay? It just goes low like this, and let me draw it again. Okay, like it's more accurate. After this internal OB, the price just tanking, and we already deep discount of this leg. That's why too dangerous to short here. So that's why we're waiting for another one, maybe a sweep in the C4, a new changing state of delivery, stop loss, and we're going lower. Okay. So right now there is your new level. So we are in the C4 and we still hasn't reached the level we wanted to reach. You see Nasdaq is ranging. Thank you, Tori Trades. So you want to see the price to going lower, but you see again, here we go, this internal changing state of delivery, you see. Let's go, God, you should die. Here you see, Nicole, that was a OB. You see this happened between the two candles, and you see what happened here. Look at this. This is exactly the same. Let me use this one now. I don't need this shit. So high, low. This one was confirmed, and this open went higher, but that was the closure here. So this OB happened between the C3 and the C4. Okay, and look, went higher, didn't close, make another high, and then tanked. You see, and tanked. This is exactly the same. I draw up like high, low, high, high, and there is no entry. You see, because this internal OB somehow strong enough to push the price so crazy. And I've seen many times when we have an internal changing state of delivery, this is what happens most of the times, and there is no entry. You got my point? You remember what I was telling you? Exactly this one? Exactly like this. So that's why when I was waiting for the next OB, I wanted to see a expansion like crazy, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and it was like low, and I was like, okay, so this is not proper. This is a range, and I closed my position, and that's it. And now what happened? It had this exactly the same model, and the price tanked. So if you wanted to enter inside the C4 after the closure, you had no chance. You see? All right. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I mean, like, let me clean this. I do weekly recap, guys, and I'm gonna have a Discord, guys, okay? And I'm gonna upload my weekly recap every week of gold, Nasdaq, SP 500, and font and euro. And that's gonna be PDF format, exactly the same like this. Let me show you guys. This, so if you wanna, you can buy these analysis here, so you can learn a lot from it, guys. And yeah, let me just pin it. So you can learn a lot, because I go through exactly like why I entered, and I explain everything. So all right, Nicole. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap the live as well. Thank you, Nicole. I'm happy to see that if you read this and study, you learn a lot, because this is like, I don't know, people are not really talking about these things. So but even like when I have these let me show you guys, and then I'm gonna wrap up the live. Just give me a second. I go my weekly recap, and I make the gold in the March 9, and I have this PDF here. And then I'm gonna so like this. So let me try to open and post here, guys. So now you see my screen, guys. Oh, it's too big. And like, I don't know. So I made this on gold. Yeah, so I cannot really show on the screen because that's too big, way too large. I don't know why it's too large. Try again. No, it doesn't let me. Yeah, but anyway, guys, so I had this PDF, and I think it's crucial to know these things, because you know when you're gonna enter the trade and when you won't enter the trade, right? So like, you only short when the daily time frame align with the 1 hour, blah blah blah, which I don't have here. But let's say on the daily, you see what happened. So this one was a C2, so I was shorting here, I was shorting here, and I was shorting here. I got like 3 days in a row when I had the A set up, and I was waiting for this entry. I had the closure here, so I was longing from here. So that's why I had that success rate on the last week, because my daily was aligned with the 1 hour time frame. So I was longing, then I wait, short, 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 and I'm dying for the week. Now I would have to do the same. Like here, B setup, here, B setup. If the price is gonna close like this, that's gonna be a good short opportunity towards this low. So tomorrow it can be a setup. So that's why I'm telling you guys it's important to know when your time frame is aligned. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for your time and your patience to be part of the live stream. I'm happy to have you guys. And if you have any question, please leave a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Please, that's gonna help a lot to grow the channel. And yeah, until next, guys. Yeah, see you tomorrow, 9:30, a bit early. Be ready, no rush, don't check the time chart anymore. PM session, close the chart, have life, enjoy. Ciao, guys.